the tortoise. And the bird's greed leads to downfall long ago. In a peaceful animal kingdom, there lived a clever tortoise named Mbekwu. Everyone knew he was smart, but they also knew he was greedy. No matter how much he had, he always wanted more. One bright afternoon, the birds gathered excitedly. They were preparing for a great feast in the sky, a celebration hosted by the king of the birds. There would be food, music, dancing, and laughter. The bird was invited. When Mbekwu heard about the feast, he slowly crawled over and said, "My dear friends, I am like family to you. Take me with you. I want to enjoy this feast too." The birds looked at one another. "But Mbekwu," one bird said, "you cannot fly." Mbekwu smiled slyly. "Give me feathers, and I will fly just like you." The birds, being kind-hearted, plucked a feather each and gave them to him. Mbekwu made beautiful wings, strapped them on, flapped hard, and to everyone's surprise, he floated into the air. Up, up, up! They all soared together until they reached the feast in the clouds. When they arrived, the table was filled with steaming pots of soup, golden grains, crispy fish, and delicious fruits. The smell alone made Mbekwu's stomach sing. Before eating, the king of the birds asked, "Everyone, state your name. The feast is only for those invited." The birds announced their names proudly. When it was Mbekwu's turn, he smirked and said, "My name is all of you." The king nodded. "Very well. This feast is for all of you." Mbekwu rubbed his hands in delight. When the bowls were served, he pushed the birds aside and ate everything, every pot, every plate, every crumb. The birds watched in shock. Not a single bird got even a taste. Angry and disappointed, they confronted him. "Mbekwu, because of your greed, you have taken food meant for all of us." But the tortoise only patted his belly and said, "A clever tortoise must eat well." Malen. When it was time to go home, the birds gathered and whispered. Then, one by one, they plucked back the feathers they had given Mbekwu. "Fly home with your own wings," they said. Mbekwu looked down, far, far down to the ground below. The sky suddenly felt too high, and for the first time, he trembled. "Please, don't leave me here," he cried. But the birds flew away, leaving him alone in the clouds. With no choice, Mbekwu let go and began falling. Whoosh! The wind roared past him. The ground rushed closer and closer until crack he landed hard on his shell, breaking it into many pieces. When the animals found him, they tried their best to put the shell back together, but it was never smooth again. And that is why, until today, the tortoise's shell is cracked. Moral of the story: greed may look clever in the beginning, but it always leads to embarrassment, loss, and downfall. Be grateful, share, and never take more than your fair share.